Hi friends. So in the previous lecture of this editable ALV report, we will learn like how to display the data and how to make those column editable. Okay. Now the next task is the remarks. Okay, which we'll store here. It should get stored in some custom table so that the next time whenever we are running this report, we should able to see those remarks, right? So for that, first we need to create a custom table. Okay. So I will go to SE11. I'll give the table name here like ZFI, like FI payment underscore remarks or follow up. You can give anything. Okay, this is a table name I'm giving here. Create payment follow up remarks. Delivery class A, display maintenance, let's say allowed. Go to fields, just save the first in a TR. Okay, table creation we already learned. The first field will be mandate. Okay, now in the BS ID in the finance document, as I explained, the key fields are document number, fiscal year, and company code. Okay, it is BUKRS, Belnar, and GJHR. Company code, document number, and the fiscal year. In the BS ID, one line item is also there, but we will store the data based on this document number. Okay, here we can see there are two records for the same. I have to check this why it is coming two times. Okay, this doc because it is also possible actually based on the company code, the document number can repeat. Okay, but this should not be the case because here I can see the same document number, right? 18 ending with 3. This will see the debugging mode why it is happening. But here we will store our data based on the company code, the document number, and the fiscal year. Okay. So let me just first check this why this error is coming here, whether the document number is getting repeated 1803, 1803. Okay, in BS ID this should not be there because okay, so before going that, let's debug this because we found one issue. Okay, so before creating table, we'll just check why this problem is coming. It is also possible, like if they post the document accordingly, then no issue. If they posted a document in that way, then no issue. They can have they can post the same document with different customer. If that is a scenario, we'll add one more key as a key field. If I press F6 here, GTBS ID. So here, this is the document number. Yeah. So I think the table level records are like that only. Generally, real time, this is the wrong case. Okay, in real time, we'll not have this scenario. For two customer, yeah, because this is DR entry, not the RV. Okay, in the invoice case, we will never have such record. If I enter the RV document here, yeah, let's do one thing because this is DR entry. That's why we can see anything. So here, if I remove everything, okay, and if I'm just entering RV, which is the actual invoice document and in real time, let's see the output. And let's work with that only. Okay, so in RV, it will never get repeated. It will never get repeated. Find company code CCPL, document number, this one. Okay, this is the actual invoice. So we'll work with RV only. Fine. So we'll keep this as it is because it was DR entry, that's why the document was repeating. So I will create a table now. So as I explained, the BUKRS is the key field. BUKRS. Second is the Belnar. That is the Belnar is the accounting document number. Belnar underscore D is the data element. And GJHR, that is the fiscal year. GJHR. Fine. The next I want here remarks. So for the remarks, I will create one custom data element. Okay, I will create here custom data element. Only reason is I want the small case to be allowed. I want a small letter to be allowed. Okay, so here I will give payment follow up remarks. Fine. Again, we need to create the, this is data element. Now we will create the domain. Okay, let's first create a domain. The domain type again the same, zp underscore remarks. Double click. Here I will give payment follow up remarks char 10, and here I will select this case sensitive. So in case if you are entering the small letter on the screen, system should store as it is. Okay, now we'll give the field label here 10, 15 and 20. You can give any name here, remarks, let's say follow up remarks. Save and activate. Fine. Then we have one p date, right? That is promise date. So we can use any date here. We can use side item also, no issue. Okay, promise date. Now I want to also capture the created by, created on, etc. So I write here created by, who has created this record. The psi uname. Then on which date the record is created. The created on, the psi datum, the time. Okay, so I will write here time, UZEIT. Fine. So for each document, we will have this remarks and the promise date, which will come from the editable data, and this record created by, created on, and time should come automatically. Now go to technical setting. Delivery class select as master data, transaction data. Size category is the 0. Okay. Save and check. No issue. Save, check and activate. So no error. Okay, so we have created this table here. Again, I will go back to our report. Fine. And here I will add a table. Here I will create a table here as an internal table. It's a GT underscore remarks type is standard table of ZFI underscore P underscore remarks, and one work area for that. Okay, this is also not required. Let me use the inline data declaration only. So what I will do now, I want to select the remarks. Okay, so after this loop, see after this like customer ID and all this thing. So here I have sort my data based on this key field. GT base ID I sorted based on BUKRS, Belnar and GJHR. Fine. So I am already inside a table if condition. So what I will do here, I will select the already stored record. Okay, select the existing remarks. Okay, so what I will like select all from ZFI underscore P underscore remarks into table at the data GT underscore remarks for all entries in GT underscore BS ID, where what is the key field? BUKRS equals to at the rate GT underscore BS ID BUKRS, and Belnar equals to at the rate GT underscore BS ID Belnar, and GJAHR equals to at the rate GT underscore BS ID GJAHR. Fine. What we are doing here, we are selecting the existing remarks. Okay, if the remarks are already there, we are selecting those remarks. Okay. Now we have to read this remark first to display in the output. So how to read remarks here? Okay, let's write the code here. Let's write the code here. Again the same thing. Try and try. In between the catch cx underscore root, the default exceptions handling. And here we'll use here, so data gs underscore remarks equals to gt underscore remarks. Okay, and here we have multiple key fields. So buk arrays equals to like fs hyphen buk arrays. Then second field is belnar equal to fs hyphen belnar. And then last field we have gjahr equals to fs gjahr bracket close. Save, check, no error. So we are reading here the existing record first, and we will clear that work area as well before going for the next record. So till here it is done. Till here it is done. So now what I will do, see here we require one more internal table. Suppose by default some records are there. So we have to store the record in the Z table only, okay, only if the old and the new remarks are not same. Initially, suppose there is nothing, it is completely blank. Okay, initially there is nothing, it is completely blank. So we don't have to store this record. If any remarks is there or the remarks are changed, we need to enter that. Fine. And before that, what we will do here, as I explained, we need to give the table and the field reference here. So here for both this table, Z remarks, we'll give the field name, the gs underscore fcat reference table. Which is the reference table? Our table name is zfi underscore p underscore remarks. Okay, and our reference field is which field from that table? The reference field name is SE2L. I will copy the exact field name, remarks only. The reference field name is the remarks. We have to give the exact field name and the table name. Okay, the same I will copy here. Here it is p date, right? It is p date. Fine. So reference table and field name we need to provide there. Okay, see, now we got the option to select the date. Earlier this option was not coming, right? Let's say we are calling to customer and they said they will pay on the 30th of June. See, here also earlier by default all the letters were coming in capital. Now because I created a data element and I make that as case sensitive, so we are able to see here as a small capital letter. Fine. So now see, we need to compare, right? Whenever we are storing the data, we need to compare the old and the new record. So because for that, what I will do here, I will create one more table, data gt underscore list 1 equals to gt underscore list. Let's try this. Okay, and whenever we are saving this record here in this data underscore save, we will check if old and new records are different. Then only we will do that. Then only we will store that record. Okay, so I think this will not work in the new web syntax because it is in a different perform routine. So here I need to create one more internal table, gt underscore list 1, type is standard table of tp underscore list. Fine. So we have created table, we have displayed the output, we are going to field reference. Now here what we have to do, simply like perform save data. Double click on this. Fine. So in this session, till now we have created the custom table. Okay, and we are reading the existing record from the table, and here we are given the field reference. The next is whenever we save the record, if the old and new remarks are not same, we need to restore in the custom table. That we'll learn in the next section. Thank you.